Hi, and welcome to Black Dove Divinity Tarot. I am the Black Dove. Happy Monday, everybody. All right. It's Moon Day, which is all about secrets being revealed, um, all about the mysteries. Okay, so maybe you have been in silent meditation, contemplation today. Okay. I've been picking up on this, somewhat of a relaxed energy. Okay, it's been really cold here, so maybe with the temperature dropping, you've been, in front of the heat, but I'm picking up on cozy energy. So hopefully you've been getting cozy. Okay, first card out in the soul placement. Look, I'll dive right in. Is Mommy Wata. So we have this water energy, this emotion energy. So spirit is really speaking to you, being open and vulnerable right now. I'm picking up on the color green around me, so keeping your heart chakra open. Paying attention to any signs. A card I've been pulling several times today is the ascending card. So I feel like your gifts, I feel like your intuition is ascending at this time. There's a reconciliation that's taking place with, the spirit and the physical. Okay, yeah. Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Cups. So this past life love. All right, but I'm just flipping right now. So with the soul placement being Mommy Wata, all about this warrior energy, being courageous, being bold, and telling your story. Okay, we have at the top of the card here 44. That breaks down to 8. So you are still manifesting, keeping your thoughts positive. Okay, stay focused on your healing. This traumatized energy is what may have you feeling vulnerable at this time. Sometimes you may feel like you're taking steps back in your healing. Okay, but Spirit says that, it is a battle. The healing journey is a battle. This hermit journey, kind of moving as a loner, operating independently. It is something that, really encourages strength. So I'm picking up on 8, Leo energy, strength, okay? But this is all about traumatized. It says, I acknowledge that I have been traumatized, but also that I am healing, okay? So yeah, this healing energy, with this being next to Mommy Wata, it is acknowledging that, there's trauma attached to your story, but Spirit doesn't want you to be ashamed of this, okay? So we have shame here in the mind placement. So take your mind off any shame, especially associated with anything that you had to do in order to earn money, anything that you felt led to do, any mistakes you may have made in love as well. Okay, at the top of this card is 19, which breaks down to 10. Okay, so you've learned your lesson. You have ascended, to the next level. All right, the intuition card is Sovereign. Okay, it says, I am my authentic self and no one has dominion over me. So Spirit is proud of you. Spirit doesn't want you to be ashamed of anything that you've done. While you may feel, at times shame, and I'm hoping that you don't, okay? Spirit doesn't want you to feel that way at all. But, maybe in trying to make sense of the trauma, because that happens a lot of times in the healing journey. Maybe periods of grief, periods of regret where you blame yourself. But, Spirit says all that the trials did was come to make you stronger, okay? So Spirit wants you to count it all joy, okay? This is here in the body placement. So being proud of your achievements, looking back over the past and without shame, acknowledging your growth. You have been crowned. It says, I shine awareness and compassion on my past. So having compassion for yourself and for others. 28 at the top of that card is 10. Again, look. And then here what flipped over in tarot is a 10 of Pentacles. So a lot of what happened, what has gone on in the past was meant to happen. It was to bring in this blessing, you know, this gift with the Ace of Pentacles. So we have the Ace and the 10 of Pentacles. So it's attached to your foundation. It's attached to your roots. Okay. In the spirit placement, we have Oshun. Okay, this is the Lover's card. So I've been picking up on Lover's energy as well. All right. We have here also with the intuitive card, Transformer. So this new opportunity that has come out of this heartbreak, okay? So as you are reconciling the past, you know, the trauma of the past, and you're moving on fearlessly, you know, you are inspiring others to transform. It says, I transform myself as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. Okay, so 20 at the top of that card. So 20 there and 20 on the top of the Mommy Water card. So something significant about 2020. Okay. So also some signs and synchronicities to pay attention to all day long. I've been seeing words that start with the letter F. So immediately I thought of alliteration. So, you know, one phrase that came to mind was fine as fuck. Okay, so somebody either sees you as being fine as fuck. With this Oshun energy, this is what I'm getting. So somebody is captivated by you. All right, they are being guided to you. This God, this King energy. Okay. Oshun is that honey love. So I'm picking up, you know, like bee to honey, like moth to a flame. Okay, yeah. There is a Pisces who, you know, head over heels. Okay, with the sexual chemistry. You know, all they think about is having you on your head. All right. Yeah, so someone sees you as an object of affection. All right. 333 could be significant. This is all about your ancestors, your guides, your angels being near. Really relying on their guidance. With 333, I think a 3 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles. So you are protected. You are held. You are secure. Okay. I see a couple more cards. I'm flipping over just to keep, you know, shuffling. Let me see what pops out. But the major arcana is the Hangman energy. So there's been a shift in perspective, a surrendering, okay, a being open. So someone who may have been guarded for Pentacles in the past is now, you know, given this new opportunity to be more, you know, more in touch with their emotions. So tapping into that water energy with Pisces. They're grounded in, you know, the connection we have here. My heart belongs to you. So that's a period with the Ace of Pentacles. You know, this is someone who feels secure enough, confident enough to give you their heart. It says here, no time for fake ones. So I feel like an assessment has been made. This person sees you as someone solid, you know, a blessing. Okay. Something or someone worth fighting for. With loving you is like a battle. Okay, something significant maybe about the throat chakra. So make sure you are clearing your throat chakra, telling the truth, you know, positive affirmations, speaking your manifestations out loud, exercising your throat chakra. Look, sexually as well. Okay, look. Look, testing 1, 2. So all of that we have here with that Oshun energy, that heavy sensual sexual energy. If you've been feeling that, drop something in the comments, maybe moon. I feel it could be attached to the moon energy. But Yemaya here, we have Mami Wata, we have Oshun. So heavy water energy, this nurturing energy. I feel like right now you are the queen of the castle. All right, with breadwinner. You are held and protected by your ancestors, but you are, you know, tough, you're strong, you are independent. Okay. Someone sees you as a perfect match. All right, with the soulmate energy. Pay attention to your intuition. So I just totally got sidetracked in talking about signs and synchronicities and the letter F. So a phrase I think I left off with, you know, it's fine as fuck. So somebody sees you as their perfect match. They see you in this Queen of Wands energy, someone that they are highly attracted to. 2 of Cups here. So someone that they want to invest in. They see a part of their legacy, their inheritance. Okay. So doing the most. You know, in the past, they may have been very low-key. You know, maybe you didn't even know that they had the emotions or how deep the emotions went. But I'm picking up on head over heels. Okay, someone who's been watching you for a while. I just saw the the Page of Swords. Okay, someone who maybe has been looking you up, watching videos of you. Okay, saw this earlier. Justice. So this is your justice. Justice is under Ace of Pentacles. So your justice is this blessing, this new opportunity. Okay. You planted seeds, and those seeds are flourishing. So out of this 5 of Cups energy, you know, this sorrow, this grief, out of that comes joy. Okay, so you are showing up as the alchemist, so able to take lemons and make lemonade. Okay, let's shout out Beyonce. Giving me more of that bee energy. So, you know, again, someone heavily attracted to you. We have the 9 of Pentacles, so more earth energy. The 9 of Pentacles is the baby Empress. And I only say baby because the Empress is usually, you know, all 4 queens. So, you know, she's married. She can also be single, you know, this Libra energy. But with the 9 of Pentacles and Justice out here, I'm picking up on this Venus energy, this, you know, Empress energy. Someone who is attracting in this Hangman energy, this 2 of Cups. This new opportunity, someone who wants to build with you. This King energy. All right, I just saw 1344 on the timer. Okay, yeah, Moon at the bottom of the deck. So that is Cancer, Pisces energy. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Kipperish deck. Okay, it feels like I'm rushing. So let me slow down. I've been picking that up from the cards as well. Okay, so F. Fathom, unfathomable. Fumble. I see here no time for fake ones. So fake, I think I said that before. Speaking of fake, there's somebody who's showing up. You know, maybe you are feeling energy. Someone perhaps watching you. I caught a glimpse of the Page of Swords energy earlier. Somebody who may be aware. You know, I'm getting snake energy. So somebody sniffing around, maybe aware of this Hangman energy, this 2 of Cups So this jealousy and envy energy is attached to a karmic connection. Okay, I have that out here. So take it as it resonates. If you are in no, karmic connection, or maybe coming out of one, then, it's not for you. If it was, let's say a marriage or a union, with this Two of Cups and Ten of Pentacles, this is something solid. All right, an investment was made. I feel like life insurance and, homes in each other's name. All right. There has been a reveal, a big reveal, that, someone was a false flame. That's that F, okay? False flame. All right. Someone who is blocked. So I feel like they tried to block your Ten of Pentacles. This jealousy and envy energy, this karmic connection. Spirit doesn't want you to feel any shame, with that decision. You were sincere. And because, you gave your heart with good intentions, you will reap, the benefits of that. That's this justice energy. Okay, this is that Libra energy. So all about what's fair, karma, good karma. Okay, so that's the air energy. Okay, let me pick a couple more. So we have block. Someone tried to block your blessing. That person has somewhat, what they expected for you, what they intended for you, they are now experiencing. Okay, so someone who may need your help. Okay, and thinking that they were bringing endings for you, they actually brought endings on their own head. Okay, you have sharpened your insight. Again, I feel like your gifts have heightened. You are ascending, especially coming out of this moon energy. All right, this is family on top of Hangman. So maybe the delay or the pause, the break. Because usually with the Hangman, that's self-imposed. So maybe you stayed longer than you intended. Maybe it's a connection that you fought for because you had family attached to it. Maybe you felt like you wouldn't make it without it. Feeling like you needed help. So codependent. All right. But you are going to be awarded actual money. Okay, as the breadwinner, this Oshun energy. Okay. So we have, look at this image. We have the dollar sign here, and we have it here also with breadwinner. I saw it earlier with got money on my mind, got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Okay, Nine of Pentacles too. That's also giving me breadwinner energy. Okay, we have real love on top of the Two of Cups. So yeah, this is soulmate energy. This is your perfect match. All right, a connection that where in your previous connections, something that may have had you in this lower vibration, have you operating in your south node. So whatever your south node may be, mine is Aries. So I was acting, very, in some cases, masculine, really in this bossy, overly, or shall I say hyper-independent energy. So moving into connections where I'm more balanced. My north node is Libra. So knowing your north node and south node, okay, really tapping into your spirituality. So this is giving me Hierophant energy. So out of the sorrow, out of the pain, there was a connection, made to the Most High. You learned more about yourself. So this alchemist energy, you were guided by spirit. Also this is on top of God, king energy. So this king energy, this King of Wands I'm picking up on. You know, someone who sees you as their perfect match. Someone who may have an attachment of abuse, you know, coming from an environment of snakes. You know, and this could be you and or this King of Wands energy. So someone coming from a connection where, you know, they just do the most. It's just cutting up at all times. But this person is aware with this priest energy and third eye chakra energy. So they've, you know, peeped and understand what's going on here. With the 10 of Pentacles and blocked on top of it, there is certain access that, you know, is restricted when it comes to them. So I feel like there's somebody who has been cut off, you know, maybe from actual money. I feel like this person, this King of Wands energy, is holding on a little tighter to their coins. Okay. Yeah, there could be some abuse going on, you know, at the home front. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more kipperish. All right, I just saw 21:15 on the timer. So on top of blocked is bondage. So someone attempting to tie someone up, tie them up in paperwork, this karmic connection, fake contract. Okay, someone perhaps with this lack mentality, with poverty, mentally and emotionally unstable. So someone who may use emotions to manipulate. Okay, again, this jealous and envious spirit, someone sending the evil eye. I feel like it's someone within the family. Okay, so it could be a parent, could be a child, could be a parent with this yin and yang energy, this mother energy. Something that either you're a healer and spirit wants you to work on healing. I feel like by focusing on your North Node, by healing any childhood trauma. Okay, because we had traumatized up here with this Mami Wata. Yeah, so it could be considering healing trauma associated with a connection with a parent, especially a mother. Someone where maybe you had to give a lot of emotional and mental support. Someone who could have, you know, kept you codependent and bound. Okay, someone who kept you stuck. But you have this new opportunity with hello. This new opportunity at love. This is on top of, you know, real love. So yeah, something may have had you bound in a fake contract with this karmic connection. Okay, but with the Two of Cups, there's something real. This perfect match, soulmate card. Sexual chemistry is here. So on top of justice, we also have destruction. Okay, so justice, even though it's Libra energy, a lot of times I think too of the Tower because of divine intervention. Justice is karma, it's fate, it is, you know, judgment. So in this case, someone is headed for self-destruction, especially because they were doing too much, being fake, jealous, envious, sending evil eye, attempting to sabotage, abusive. Okay, the justice may come as a surprise. Okay, this priest energy. So I feel like with this being on top of the third eye chakra, intuition, this priest, this king energy, you know, they may be surprised about where the evil eye or jealousy is coming from. It's coming from inside the house. But it's something that they are working to reconcile with emotional pain. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and pull just a little bit more tarot. So we have ritual, so 44, bottom of the deck. Really paying attention to your moon rituals at this time. 44 too is traumatized. So anything to help with healing, any cleansing rituals. Okay, so I'm gonna do this tarot, and I want to do this tarot as well. All right, so 2540. I don't know if that's significant at all. Okay. But yeah, so there's a karmic connection that you are moving out of. You are unbothered, look pretty and petty. You have no time for fake ones. Okay. Spirit wants you to count it all joy. Okay, but about bondage. Spirit said there's transformation right now that's taking place. So life and death is associated with this card. So that's Scorpio energy again. So really going deep. And this portal energy, tomorrow is 11/11. So with the 11/11 portal, Spirit wants you to journal, use your throat chakra, really channel and write down exactly what messages are coming in. Pay attention to anything associated with your healing. So like we saw the color green. Well, if you've noticed any particular color, look it up. So with the color green, that's associated with the heart chakra. So it's giving me confirmation on, keeping the heart chakra open. Here I've been getting a lot of energy, air energy, energy on third eye chakra, high priestess or priest energy. Alchemist. Okay. So spiritual guidance and support. So Spirit wants you to tap into that energy as you go through this transformation. Okay. You're coming out of an abusive situation. Spirit wants you to be patient with yourself. Okay. Adjust your crown. There's a King of Pentacles who sees you as worthy. They see you as valuable. They see you as fearless and brave. Okay. I'm picking up that somebody is inspired by you. Okay, with this mommy water, mermaid energy. They're in awe of you. Okay. Traumatized. They recognize that you've been traumatized, but they still think you are a queen. Okay, they could admire how you mother. They're aware of this jealousy, this evil eye, these snakes, this possible mother energy. Okay, but they are highly attracted to you, this King of Pentacles. I've been picking up on King energy. Okay, yeah, look, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, so someone who sees you as wife material, you see them as husband. So this is the counterpart, King and Queen of Pentacles. So someone who identifies you as an original, an OG, their soulmate, their perfect match. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. They see your love, look, your honey love. They see your wetness as healing, as, honey, as transformative, okay, as everything, all right, as worth fighting for. All right, yeah, look, Empress energy. Exactly. That Venus energy. This is right here on top of the Two of Cups. So, yeah, they see you as, listen, wife, queen, above everything. Okay, bars. All you have to do is say yes. you know, when it comes to this King of Pentacles, okay? They will tear all this down when it comes to you with this destruction card. Okay, this is the Seven of Wands. So someone who's standing their ground, someone who is, you know, protective over you. They have strong boundaries in place, and they're not ashamed about it. Okay, somebody doing the most, okay? They'll cuss somebody out, Ace of Cups, okay? So they want this new opportunity, this new beginning with love. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles, so very solid, very abundant, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles being out here. But they also see you as romantic, as, you know, mystical. Again, this mermaid energy with the Queen of Cups. They see you as brave and as strong. Queen of Cups under Oshun is really appropriate. You know, Oshun is the Orisha, African Orisha. One of the most epic love stories, if you want to call it that, because I know people feel certain ways. So just for the sake of an example, Oshun and Shango, you know, that connection, very sexual, very nurturing, very tumultuous. So with this loving you, it's like a battle. I feel like there's been several lifetimes, you know, that you have had to travel when it comes to this connection, this King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, this love story. Okay. I feel like for whatever reason, you two may walk away from each other. But this is the, you know, lifetime, the timeline that you are reconciling, you are resolving, you know, the issue. Whatever that issue may be, Seven of Pentacles. So lack of investment. Okay, yeah, let me pull from this tarot. And then I'll do a couple of soulmate cards to get us out of here. Okay, look, Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So we have Gemini energy. So, okay, heavy love energy. Somebody is expectant, you know. There could be a pregnancy, but I'm feeling like someone is expectant, as waiting on you, you know, waiting on the right time. I'm holding on to a vision. Okay, again, somebody who sees you as the object of their affection. You know, someone who represents this source of sweetness. Okay, look, we have the Ace of Swords, so that's the truth. This Empress energy, this Venus energy, they see you as abundant. The Empress, again, is all for a queen. So the fact that the Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups is aspected here, you know, just let you know that the energy this King of Pentacles is in. He's really transformed by your love, your sweetness, your compassion, your mothering, your nurturing qualities, and your ability to get a bag, okay? So just inspired by you all around as the breadwinner. They feel like you are an investment that would make sense. You know, again, they see you as queen. Look, we have the King of Cups. So again, this king energy, I feel like with this being on top of the death card and the transformation card being here, again, your wetness. This person finds it healing. They are alchemizing that energy. They're tapping into those emotions. They are, you know, really opening up their third eye chakra. They're diving deep. They are exploring feelings. They, you know, want to explore options with you. This is a flame that they've been holding out for a long time with this Knight of Pentacles energy on top of King of Pentacles with the Hangman out here. So yeah, this King energy, this is someone who privately, they have been waiting on you for a while. Look at how this King of Cups has, you know, white hair. So he's older, you know, a little bit more seasoned. he has acquired certain knowledge with his priest energy. Okay, like I said, several lifetimes. I'm picking up like a Count of Monte Cristo. So somebody who has, you know, had to jailbreak a few times to figure it out. So with the Four of Cups, loving you is like a battle. So, you know, maybe they've tried it. They've tried to connect to other people with this Hangman energy. It's Pisces. You know, I feel like they have explored other connections. This Knight energy. So this level of loyalty, this level of perseverance, maybe waiting and thinking that things will get better. You know, maybe having to do things that now, you know, they may be ashamed of. But still with a really positive attitude and aura. Okay, this Page of Wands. I'm picking up somebody with a really vibrant personality, a good sense of humor. You know, somebody who may have a colorful vocabulary. Somebody faithful, intelligent, you know, skilled, excited for the opportunity with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, this flame or this hope that they have always held out when it has come to this Queen of Pentacles, someone who they've always seen as their wife. Okay. So the Knight of Wands. So someone who they are very excited about sexually. That's on top of the Empress, okay? So just this sexual energy. All right, this person, when they are tapping into their feelings, they are really tapping into that sexual energy, okay? That, look, again, that wetness, okay? The Two of Pentacles. So this person is prioritizing you, you know, above all others. They feel the investment has been made in time and energy, and it's time to go ahead and move forward. With the Hermit here, the Virgo energy, I saw that on the split. Justice, okay, so you could be a Virgo, Libra, cusp. All right, but so again, this good karma, you know, justice, you get in what you deserve. You have put in the work with the Hermit card, the Hangman, and the Priest, and the King of Cups. So a spiritual journey. This has energetically aged this King of Pentacles, King of Cups energy. Okay, yeah, they carried burdens maybe for a while that wasn't theirs. You as well. So take it as it resonates. Okay, when I say they, okay, just, you know, apply that to whichever gender it fits. Okay. But yeah, someone who may have feels like in their youth they were doing the most. Maybe they were driven by lust with this Knight of Wands energy. I feel like with the Four of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. You know, somebody may be feeling like either they're not enough, or, you know, how things ended up is just not enough. You know, maybe they're not satisfied. They're being guided and pushed towards something else, something more. Okay, yeah, so undergoing this transformation. It's divine, it's necessary. Okay, Queen of Wands. So yeah, somebody highly attracted to you. Okay, so with this Moon energy, you may be feeling that. Somebody who wants to come in and, you know, be in this honeymoon energy with you. Okay, let me pull a couple from the soulmate deck. 3944. To get us out. So just 4 from this deck. The soulmate oracle. So King, Queen energy. The counterparts are here. The Empress energy sexual chemistry. So law of attraction. I'm paying attention to the letter F. Friend, lover and friend. Keep an open mind. All right. 40-20 on the timer. Reconciliation, yeah. So reconciling the past with your present, with the future, with your plans. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We have the Hermit out here as well. So there is a completion of a cycle, surrendering, you know, letting go of what no longer serves. Opening your heart chakra to romantic feelings, okay? It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So with this King of Pentacles, I'm feeling like this person is reconciling their feelings. Maybe they held some shame at first with how they felt, okay? But they are reconciling that, okay? They're throwing shame or caution to the wind. They are rolling the dice. They are being fearless. They're moving how they are guided, okay? So this could be you. Yeah, look, honeymoon. So double confirmation on that. There could be a trip coming up. All right, this breadwinner. It says enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So we are moving into the holiday romantic feelings. Spirit says keep an open mind. At the bottom of the deck, new love, okay? 4150. So something new is definitely coming in. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, new opportunity in love, new blessing, okay? Lots of sex. Maybe not a lot of communication. So communication through sex could be a love language, you know, body language, you know, touch, orgasmic joy. Okay, so pay attention to any opportunities to, you know, attract, okay? As long as it is high vibrational, you know, you're avoiding fake or toxic situations. I feel like there's somebody specifically that this speaks to with the my heart belongs to you. So somebody already devoted. Somebody already tapped in with this perfect match, soulmate energy. Okay, Spirit says keep an open mind. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. So this person sees themselves as your man. All right, they see you as the Queen of Cups. So again, that wet, okay? All right, they have spent lots of time with the Hangman and Hermit energy. You know, just sipping from your cup, okay? Just either in heavy thought about you, in their feelings about you, okay? Singing love songs, you know, missing you, 4 of Cups energy. Okay, so it's just like that old high school love with the Page of Wands energy, 9 of Cups. Somebody sees you as, you know, their boo thing. Okay, my boo. I'm getting Alicia Keys and Usher energy. All right, 43 on the time. I'm gonna go ahead and end it at that. Again, this is Black Divinity Tarot. I'm sorry, Black Dove Divinity Tarot. If you made it through to the end of the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check me out also on TikTok. I'm building that channel as well. And I will be back with another read soon. All right? Be blessed.